lie. Whew, that was a lot. I'm not even gonna hold you. Welcome back to Authentically Fines. If you are new here, hit that support button on your way in so you don't miss hitting it on your way out. And if you are not new here, hey, welcome back. You know the vibes. Now let's get into this video. Okay, so I have my notes and my timelines. So if you see me looking down, I'm looking at my phone. Okay? Where do I start? So a lot of you may know about Sexy Face. But I haven't really talked about the older guy that I was talking to. Okay? We were just talking. It was nothing, you know. Anyway, how we met was through a program that my son is in because he goes to counseling. And just to bring you guys up to speed, there's a lot that had been going on in our lives to where it actually took a mental toll on all of us. So I made sure we were getting the proper help that we need. And this program, he really loves the program, and I see the change in him, and I love it. So what happens in the program is basically, you know, my son will leave for the weekend, or he'll go, you know, with the guy for a few hours and do counseling and stuff like that. Sometimes they'll go out to eat and stuff like that. So the guy that was coming to get him, we gonna say his name is, I'm so bad at this. We gonna call him Mike. So when I met Mike, I didn't think nothing of it because, like I said, I had just came out of a domestic situation and I wouldn't think about talking to nobody. You know, I'm very flirtatious and that's just what I do. But I was never flirtatious with him. Because honestly, when I first met him, I'm like, oh, he is really professional. Like, you know, it would never cross that. I never thought that it would cross that line. So I want to say, let me go. Okay. So the very first time he actually reached out to me was in November 2023. So I want to say that was around the time, let me see, November. Was that around the time my son was gone? Anyway, it was November 2023, and I want to say maybe 6 months prior to that, my son had been in, like, my little babies were in the program too for a while, and he was coming to pick them up all the time. Like, I never seen anyone else. Like, he was the main one coming to pick them up, coming to do the paperwork and all of that. So he was the only one that was coming to get the kids. I want to say 6 months prior to November. Probably was a little longer than that. So I've been knowing him quite some time, but I didn't know him personally. So November came around. I'm going to read you guys the message. He said, "Hey you, it's Mike. You were on my mind, so I thought I'd reach out to you to see how you are doing. Save my contact and hit me back if you ever feel the need to chat, vent, and just say hello. LOL, hope all is good." That's where everything started, okay? Now, mind you, he wasn't supposed to contact me on my personal, like, from his personal line, because every time he would contact me, it would be through his business phone. So I'm like, okay, I was looking at it. It took me a little minute to reply. I'm like, okay. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, okay, you risking your job just to talk to me? I know what you want. But anyway. So I said, "Hey Mike, thanks." I said, "Oh, thanks for your concern. I appreciate it. All is well, just taking things one day at a time. How have you been?" You know, the conversation continues and proceeds after that. Conversation started to get deep. I want to say, hold on. Let me get it right. He would just, for real, like in the beginning, he would tell me, you know, he would do majority of the talking. Like me, I'm a talker. When I know you, I talk and I talk and I talk, okay? But if I don't know you, I let you talk so I can get to know you, so I can know who you are. So, you know, he was just letting me know what he liked to do and, you know, stuff like that. And as time progressed, he would call me late at night when he would get off work and stuff like that and tell me how his day went, and, you know, vice versa. Sometimes I just sit there the whole time and listen to him talk. And that's how our relationship was between each other. And it got flirtatious. It got flirtatious in the beginning. I'm just gonna say that because I am very flirtatious. I am. And I want to say, is this November? Yeah. He was having a bad day. So I sent him a picture. Mind you, okay, I was clothed. And it was a picture that I posted on, every picture that I've ever sent him, I posted it on social media. So it's on social media. But it was kind of seductive too. I'll insert the picture. But y'all let me know if I was going too much. I mean, everybody's opinion is going to be different. Me, obviously, I didn't think it was. I've sent a couple that was like a little risque. But whatever, that's neither here nor there. So in, you know, that throughout that time that we were talking, you know, things were good. He was very interested in, you know, my son's case and stuff like that. And he would talk to like certain people that he knew. At least I thought. I don't know how true it is, because now that I'm thinking about it, I'm just like, were you just doing that just because he was trying to get in good? Because I would let him know, like, like he would always, I have recordings of everything, he would always be like, I'm really digging you, this, that, and the third. And I always tell him, I'm not ready for no relationship. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? And it's so crazy because at the time, I never emotionally attached myself to anybody that I was talking to. I felt like a nigga for real. You know how niggas can fuck you and be like, all right, bitch, we're done, or this is all we're doing, or whatever. That's how I was. And I think I emotionally checked out from my last relationship. Not saying that I'm carrying those to my next relationship, because like I said, I'm not ready for a relationship. And it's a lot of things that plays into why. But hold on, y'all. Had to grab my gum, y'all. So I would constantly let him know I'm not looking to be in a relationship. And it's so crazy. Oh, that's what I was saying. It's so crazy how I was ready to give my body up versus be in a relationship. It's so easy for me to give my body up. It sounds so bad, but when I know I explained this before, if I'm dealing with one person sexually, it's just me. That's the only person I'm gonna deal with sexually, unless I start messing with somebody else. Then I'm gonna let you know, especially if I'm doing it unprotected. I'm gonna let you know so you can be like, nah, I ain't fucking with that. You know what I'm saying? I expect the same in return, but I was never given that. And I feel like majority of the times when I would do stuff like that, people would take advantage of it. So in that aspect, I slowed down a lot, and a lot of my encounters wouldn't be like, it'd be like, wham bam, thank you ma'am, that's what I needed, thank you. Yeah, I was that. And I'm not ashamed to say it, because I came a long way. I mean, we all had our little hoish ways, okay? But anyway, it's just so crazy because I did explain to him, I said, in so many ways, I can give you my body. Sexually, I can do that. Just looking back at it now, it's just like cringe. But that's just how it was. So I would let him know, you know, I'm not interested in being in a relationship. I really didn't like him like that, but he was that comfort for me, like when I needed somebody to talk to or just get my mind off of certain stuff. Even if it's just me sitting in the bed talking to him. He was that type of person where I could just, you know, talk to. It wouldn't be like stuff that he didn't know about. We didn't get to the deepest, darkest secrets. And I feel like had I been feeling him, I probably would have let out too much too soon. And this situation has taught me not to do that. So I'm grateful for a lot of the things that has happened or transpired in this situation. Now, let's jump to sex space. I've been dealing with, now let me tell you this, okay? I've been dealing with him for about almost 2 years. But we only had sexual encounters a couple times. And I want to say, when we were not dealing with each other, I would get that urge. And when I would get that urge and he wasn't around, I'd be like, okay, since you in my ear, let me give it to you. Sounds so bad. But it was only one person, and that's when I had the abortion. If you want to get caught up on that story, you can check my abortion story. But the whole, I want to say 2 years that I've dealt with Sexy Face, I want to say I've had 3 partners outside of him. Yep. 3 partners outside of him. So in a whole 2 years, I have sex with 4 dudes. Which is good for me. But anyway, I mean, baby. And each of those dudes, one of them was 2 times, and the other ones was 1. I mean, not that y'all needed to know that, but I just wanted to throw that out there for whatever reason. But where the fuck was I? What was I saying? Yeah, we only had a few dealings, and I wasn't really, we wasn't using protection. which is very stupid on my part. I know, don't come for me. I mean, because I'm not even about to say what. Anyway, yeah, I mean, because there's a lot of people out there who don't use condoms because they say they don't feel nothing. Which I know that's a lie. To me, it's a lie because, baby. Anyway, I know that's a lie. But I just didn't with him, and we never had. And I was back and forth with keeping up with my ovulation, and this time around I didn't think nothing of it because I'm like, we've been messing around this whole time. You know what I'm saying? So fast forward with Mike. We had our encounter. I want to say, like I said, I've been knowing him for almost a year and a half. Well, let me see, a year. So a year and 3 months, I ended up having dealings with Mike. But when I tell y'all, I'm like, I'm about to be real transparent right now, okay? We had been drinking. I don't know what he was doing before he came. But I had been drinking, okay? And when he came, because I was about finished. I was getting ready to, get into bed. He had called me and was like, what you doing? I was like, yeah. We were sitting downstairs for a minute. We came upstairs. And he was sitting, matter of fact, he was sitting right here. And I was sitting on my little chair that I'm on now. And one thing led to another. And I went up, I promise y'all, I want to say it was like maybe 4 or 5 pumps, right? From the bike. Because I don't like to look at people that I'm not with when we doing the do. Unless I really like you. But after that, he, pulls out, gets on the bed. No, his phone started ringing because he going through something with his mom. And, he got to make sure he don't call for it. So he answered, it was mom or whatever. No. Yeah. He's like, my mom calling me, da-da-da. So I'm like, okay. Something he getting ready to go. Baby, he hopped on that bed. It was like, come here. I pulled back, I said, no. No. He's like, you gonna do me like that? Yeah. So he was like, he ended up leaving. He called me, he was like, he was like, I'm mad, I wasn't done with you yet. I said, we was done. It's all right. It's okay. But, so, after that, now some time passed, right? I had my encounter with Sexy Face. But in that meantime, I got tested. And, I tested for pregnancy and all of that, diseases and all of that, because that's just what I do. I know certain diseases can lay dormant in your system. Thank God that has not happened to me. I went and got tested. I didn't test for anything. I didn't test positive for anything. No pregnancy, no none of that. After my encounter with Sexy Face, I bullshit y'all not, I felt implantation. And some people were like, you can't feel that. Yes, you can, especially if you pay attention to your body. And it's so crazy because the day after, I was talking to my best friend, and I was telling her, I'm like, damn, I got cramps like a motherfucker. I got cramps, and they bad. And it lasted for about 4 days. So I'm like, let me check my period calendar. So I'm like, my period is due, I want to say a week. Let me see. I want to say it was due about a week after. It's not in this phone. It's not in this one. I want to say it was due a week after. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to take a test. Then I started feeling funny. So I'm like, let me go ahead and buy a test. I bought a test. I ended up getting it, which y'all seen that video, if you've seen that video. Bought it, took the test on Valentine's Day. And immediately, the first person I thought of, I'm like, oh, this Sexy Face. All day. That was the first, because I'm like, me and dude didn't even finish, but you can get pregnant off a pre-cum. But I took a picture of the pregnancy test, and I took a picture of me because I had just got out the shower. And I was gonna send it to Sexy Face, but I'm like, I'd rather make sure, because this one time, me and my friend, we was drunk as hell, we was playing Truth or Dare. And she was like, I dare you call Sexy Face and tell him that you're pregnant. I hate playing around with stuff like that, but she just like, she was like, girl, he gonna be mad. But I'm like, nah, I don't think he gonna be mad, but I don't know what he gonna say. And I ended up texting him. So this time around when I told him, he was like, no. Before I told him, I ended up telling Mike. So when I told him, y'all, this motherfucker gonna say, with everything that's going on in my life, with my mom and stuff, I think you should get an abortion. Excuse me? Excuse me? Like, not no way easing into it, no none of that. So I'm like, with you knowing the situations I just got out of, and when I say he know, like the pain I was in, mentally, physically, spiritually, he knows that. So for you to suggest something like that just lets me know what type of person you are. So right off rip, I'm like, nah. So he like, let me call you back because I'm at work, this, that, and the third. Because I hadn't texted him, he had to, that's when he called me. He's like, let me call you back a little after work or whatever. So I'm like, all right. My emotions is running high. So I ended up texting him. I can't tell y'all what the text say because it's in my other phone. But baby, I said, you should have thought about that before you started playing with fire. Absolutely not. I'm not getting an abortion. And I said, you got to get a DNA test because I'd hate to go through this process and it's somebody else's child. He gonna say, you ain't tell me it was somebody else. Why the fuck did I need to? Why the fuck did I need to tell you that? You're not my man. I didn't owe you that. And it never came up. He never asked me, are you dealing with anybody else? Because like I said, that was our first encounter. And I was never planning on doing that with him. He would talk about taking me out, and stuff like that. And I know for sure you can't live your life being scared, but your conscience, and sometimes it can play tricks on you. But I'm listening to that. Okay. But anyway, he ends up, did he call me? No. I text him and I let him know, how I felt about how, he came at me or whatever. But time goes on. He ends up getting, matter of fact, that week he ends up getting the DNA test, paying for the DNA test. So I'm just like, okay, I'm going through this process. I'm irritated that I even have to go through this. Like, whatever. So the test was like, how much was it? I'll leave how much the test was on the screen. Yeah, I bullshit you down. I'm just like, you paid that much. So, before we got the test results back, he told his supervisor, his manager, whatever, that I no longer wanted services because my son was supposed to leave that weekend. And I had called before the dates came up because I just didn't feel right. I was in the ER with my daughter. Something told me to call. So I ended up, no, matter of fact, I left a message with her the day prior to me being in the ER with my daughter. She calls me and was like, I was on vacation and I got your message. But I just wanted to let you know that Mike told me that you no longer wanted services. What? When did I ever tell him that? She said, yeah, he called me yesterday and told me that you no longer wanted services. And, because like I told y'all, he always do the paperwork. He always come and get, come get my son. Baby, when I tell you I was on fire, everybody in that ER was focused on me, okay? I said, you know what? The only reason why he's doing this is because I'm pregnant and the baby could be his. And she said, wait a minute. I said, yeah. I said, and he wants me to get an abortion. Oh, I'm telling it all at this point. Because why would you play with my son like that? Why bring my son in this situation? Because he never not once called me. Like, what the fuck? You're being a fucking coward. You could have called me on your work phone. Like, hey, did you still want some? Because I bullshit y'all not. Even after he suggested, because I'm not that type of person. But after he suggested that I get an abortion, I still was cordial with him, especially when we were talking about my son and the services for my son. You could have called me. Okay? But he took it upon himself because he was being a fucking coward and not call me. But why would you do that? My son has nothing to do with what we got going on. And besides, you put yourself in this situation. Why bring my son in it? Because I wasn't gonna say nothing to nobody. Why do people do me like that? So after I got off the phone with her, he called me immediately. I can't talk right now because I'm in the ER. He calls me and I recorded the conversation. Baby, when I tell you, he was a whole new person, okay? I said, why would you do that to me? He said, I know, I messed up. This ain't the first or the second time that you done messed up over something so fucking petty. You grown as fuck. You old as hell. But like I always say, maturity don't come with age. And I expected the roles to be different. I expected the roles to be switched, honestly. I would have expected that from Sexy Face versus him because of how old he is. But like I said, maturity does not come with age. And it's so crazy. I'm just like, okay. I want to say he like 52, 53, 50, 51, 52. He one of them. regardless of the fact you're too old to be doing stupid shit like that. So when he, you know what I'm saying, called me, and I'm like, why would you tell her that? Because we never spoke. I said, you could have called me. Oh, I was going off. Okay. And he was like, yeah, I know, I messed up. I just really want to know, how can we fix this? We can't fix shit. We can't fix shit. I no longer trust you. Absolutely not. What? Oh, you got the wrong one, sweetheart. So he asked me, how can I fix this, or can we start over multiple times? And it's only because his job was at stake. And I get it, because I never wanted to cross the lines. I would never. But don't play with my kids. Don't play with my kids, okay? Don't do that. Especially over something so stupid and fucking petty. You could have called me. Anyway, after that, I was just done. I was done. I was checked out from him. I kept shit so cordial. I kept shit so simple, so sweet. Like, because that's the person I am. I never want to hurt anyone's feelings, ever. But when you cross me, when you bring my kids in our situation, it becomes a whole nother story when you involve my kids in a fucked up way. My son could have lost services. It took us a while to get in that program. Absolutely. Why would you do that? Okay, so you fucking with my son's mental health. Okay. He like, I can lose my job. I've been doing this job for 20-something years. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I know. I fucked up. So what did you tell her? The truth? And what was that? You know what happened. I just need to know, so when I go in, did you give me the same respect? Did you call me and say, hey, do you still want to continue services? I know what the fuck we got going on. Because honestly, had he called me, I'd be like, can you just have somebody else come pick him up? Can we arrange for someone else to come pick him up and you not pick him up? I am very...
Hello.
Hey, can you check for me?
What's up?
So, listen, I'm so sorry. I didn't know what else to do. I know that I didn't think you wanted him to come back. And at this point, I mean, I stand to lose my job, my license, my career, all of that. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't know what you're saying, because for one, don't think for me. Because you don't think for me. You said you didn't know what else to do. I'm not understanding. What do you mean you didn't know what else to do?
As far as, because I'm in a real, like, tricky situation here. You know what I'm saying? Like, if did you tell them about our situation?
Sure did. I explained to her what happened.
You explained to her about
why does all that matter? I think the question is, why did you call her and lie? Because I never not once told you that I didn't want Jay to be in a part of the program.
Because I really didn't have I had a choice.
Yeah, you really did.
But at this point, you know, if they were to find out that you and I were in any type of situation, I'm gonna lose my job and my license.
Listen, I don't have nothing to do with that, because you should have thought about that before you called and lied on me. You stripped that from my son. I'm not understanding.
I made that was a real foolish mistake that I made. Damn. Oh, God. So they asked me I'm scheduled to have a meeting in the morning at 9:30. So I'm assuming I'm probably gonna be fired tomorrow. And you know, they're gonna take my license.
You should have thought about that, because that was fucked up. Yeah, you didn't think about how that would make me feel. You know exactly what me and my kids are going through. Like, you added to my problems.
I know.
But now it's on me? Are you kidding me?
No, I just didn't know what else to say.
Be a man. What you mean you didn't know what else to say? Honestly, let me tell you this. Had you called me from your business line or whatever the case may be and said, you know, I'm scheduled to come pick him up, I'm not that type of person. Never have been. But when you take me there, this is what you get. I've never done nothing to you.
I know. I panicked because I don't want to lose my job behind this. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't. I don't.
You don't understand?
No, I don't. Because you're full of shit. And the only reason why you calling me is why? Because you may lose your job. That's the only reason why. You should have thought about that before. Man, what?
And for the record, I never blocked you.
I don't even care about that.
I don't know how you feel. I never blocked you.
Right.
But damn.
You did this to yourself.
This is my fault. I know. I cannot say that it isn't. This is on me.
Okay, so we having this conversation. Why?
First of all, I called you because I know I owed you an apology for putting you in that situation.
Had this not happened, you wouldn't have been calling me.
But I panicked. I didn't know what else to do.
I have no sympathy, no none of that.
Okay. Oh understand how you feel. I mean, I can't say that I completely do because I'm not in your shoes. But I'm sorry for putting you in this predicament. I really am.
Now you are.
I mean, I felt this. I told you from the beginning when we first encountered this situation. I told you I was sorry for putting you in this position.
I really don't have nothing else to say because I'm hot right now.
Okay.
When you involve my kids, that has nothing to do with the situation. That's fucked up.
Well, can I at least try to fix it?
How you gonna do that? Please tell me.
I mean, can we get him back in?
No, I don't trust you. Not one bit.
Okay. So it was you talked to earlier today.
Does it matter who I spoke with?
I mean, I just want to know because I was supposed to meet with her in the morning.
You ain't calling to give my son a chance. Had I not called, I would have been waiting around for her to call me or for somebody else to contact me. Are you kidding? Over a lie you told. Okay.
Okay. So she knows about the two of us and the whole situation.
Is there anything else you want to know?
I just want to know because I was, I really was trying to keep our situation between us until we found out exactly what was going on.
We would have had you not lied on me. That was fucked up. Like, are you not seeing the bigger picture?
I understand.
Oh, okay. I don't give a fuck about none of that. But now nope, I can't fuck with that.
Okay.
I wasn't gonna tell nobody. Nobody. You need to grow up. Learn how to take accountability.
At this point, I was really trying to protect my job. I didn't want to lose my job. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't understand.
I didn't want to lose my job. I've been doing this work for the past 25 years. And for me to lose my license, I mean, everything that I've worked for, most of my life is gone. All right, well, I gotta wrap up here. Can I call you later?
After that happened, I ended up telling Sexy Face. Ooh, and of course he had his questions like, how you gonna find out, and we went through DDC. If you guys don't know what it is, you can Google it, you can look it up, because that's how I found him. So I had to go twice. The first time I was way too early, that's another reason why I'm like, it has to be Sexy Face. Baby, when the results came in, he sent me a screenshot. I'm gonna show y'all what he sent me. I'm like, what the fuck is this? You playing with me? He messaged me, he like, it's saying 0 probability. I said, oh God, thank you. That's all I can say is thank you, Jesus. But I'm like, I need to see it. Because I wanted to show Sexy Face. Like, even though I'm the type of person, I'd rather get a DNA test done. But I don't want to get the DNA test done and then he be on child support automatically. I don't want to do that. I never put none of my kids' dads on child support immediately. I want to say his dad got on, I want to say 5 years after, maybe 4. Jameer's, his was probably immediately after, because Jameer has never gotten anything from that man. He has never really spent time with his dad for real. Like, you gonna keep your ass on child support. And that's another story in itself. Because he asked me, could I take him off child support? Because he was in a cordial space for like 1.2 seconds. And had a nerve to ask me, could I take him off? And I said, that's very selfish of you to ask me that. But anyway, if y'all want a story time on that, I'll let y'all know. But it's so crazy. It's so crazy. Ooh, that story is crazy. But anyway, I forgot what I was about to say. Baby, my life. So I ended up telling Sexy Face, and he had, his questions and concerns or whatever, as anybody should. But I still want him to have that reassurance, like, this is your child. I only dealt with 2 people around that time. Hell, even I want to say, after my abortion, I wasn't dealing with nobody. And then when me and Sexy Face have our encounters, it's like, I used to tell him he put my pussy on punishment. But in a joking way, because in a sense, it's good for me. It's good for me, and this situation has really humbled me, and it has helped me to suppress a lot of those feelings. And this situation just being pregnant, because right now I probably would be drinking and thinking about sex. I'm just being honest. But this situation really has humbled me. It really has grounded me. I'm grateful. But I ended up, I want to say, after I got the results, matter of fact, it's so crazy how this happened, because I messaged Sexy Face and I was like, I'll just let you know, once I get the results, or whatever, unless you don't care to know. Baby, he called me so fast. He was like, if I didn't care, he said if I didn't care, I wouldn't be asking you questions or whatever the case may be. And he started breaking it down like, if this is my child, I'm gonna step up to the plate and, you know, handle my responsibilities and this, that, and the third. And I just let him talk, and he really, you know what I'm saying, laid it out. So I'm like, okay. I bullshit you not. After we got off the phone, I got the results. Because he gave me the password. Because he had the password, the username and password, because he's the one who paid for it. Mike is the one who paid for it. So when he gave me that information, I looked on it and I'm just like, so I sent it to Sexy Face. And he didn't say nothing. He didn't say nothing back about it, but he noticed his baby. Ever since then, I want to say our situation has still been the same. I don't feel no less about him. Anyway. I forgot what I was about to say. That is the end of my story time. I hope it went all over the place. Because, baby, y'all know I can talk and ramble and just be in outer space. But, yeah. Oh, today, I'm feeling real good. Real good. Real good. I did not wake up with morning sickness. I'm not feeling sick right now. Because normally, I mean, this gum is really helping. I'm going to leave a picture of this gum. This gum, I forget what it's called, but it's got ginger and something else in it. And those gingers, they are life. I'm telling you. Oh, thank you, Jesus. I love me some ginger. But anyway, today I want to say I am 3 months. I'm 3 months now. That's so crazy. 3 months in a few days. Yep, 3 months in a few days. Y'all, I'm excited for this journey. I'm kind of nervous. But I'm excited. Because this is the first time I've ever done a pregnancy literally by myself. Besides, you know what? This brings me back to my 2 oldest. Seriously. I mean, I had Jay's dad for both because I thought Jameer was Jay's dad's son. Until I did a calculation and I started breaking it down, and then I ended up getting the DNA test obviously after he was born. Went through that whole spat. He wanted me to be his baby mama so bad. And for some reason, I don't know, I guess I thought it was cute. We ended up conceiving Jay a little while after. So, yeah, I want to say this is the first time after Jay that I've ever went through a pregnancy alone. I was alone in my other 4 pregnancies, but I wasn't alone. Like, I had somebody rubbing my feet. I had somebody rubbing my back and my booty. Oh my God. I knew who was going to be in the delivery room, you know, or at the house when I had the baby. I just wish that I could fly Karita out around the time that I get ready to have my baby. Just so, because I love her. But I know my best friend, she said she would come out too. But I don't know, because her situation, she just be so busy. And her situation, I don't know. Because the kids don't be in school. And I don't want kids around. I don't want kids around. I just want to be in my little peaceful space. I do. I'm excited. I really am. I'm excited. I honestly feel like the kids are going to be at school when it happens. But y'all know I'm going to take y'all on a journey. I am. I even bought, I bought one of these, y'all. I bought one of these because I want to see the baby when it comes out underneath. I think that'd be so nice. Yeah. You know, everything don't go as planned, but I got a backup plan to this plan that I'm not telling anybody, which I think that plan is better. But we gonna see, because God may have other plans. Okay, the baby may come. Whatever, the baby may come. And y'all know I did my balloons to see if we're having a boy or girl. I don't know. Do y'all want to see? Do y'all want me to do a gender reveal once I find out what the baby is? Should I do a gender reveal? Because I'm like, what's the purpose of doing a gender reveal? Because after the first baby, it's just like, oh, you're pregnant again. Oh, you're having another baby. But I be excited. Okay, I watched this one girl. I want to say she got 12 kids now, 13. One of the 2. And I know her situation, but oh, bless her heart, Lord. I was excited when she had her last baby. I was like, oh. But it's just so sweet. It really is. I love childbirth. I think I'm gonna go into. I think I want to be a doula. Somebody reached out to me Her name is Legacy. She reached out to me when I had my last baby. She was like, do you want to be a, do you want to be a doula? Get you a digital certificate and stuff like that. I think that'd be fun. I think that'd be nice. I don't know if I'm ready for all that studying though. But anyway, these are the questions that I want you guys to answer in the comments, okay? Do y'all want me to do a gender reveal? Oh, I thought about doing a gender reveal, but I'm like, what's the purpose of doing a gender reveal if no one's going to buy anything? You know what I'm saying? If no one's going to send anything. Because last time I had a few people ask me to make a baby registry. Nobody sent anything. So I'm just like, what is the purpose? What is the purpose? Okay. What's up? Was it good? What apple juice? What apple juice? But yes, but I mean, I guess I'll open one if I get stuff. Thank you, I appreciate it. If not, I mean, that's fine too. What else? I'm trying to think. Oh, so back to the question: should I do a gender reveal? How should I do the gender reveal? I think I want to do either the balloon pop with the kids, one live, or I can do cake on live, or we can wait until baby is born. Yeah, we can wait till the baby is born, and then like in between, until I can do like fun. What is it? Fun predictions. Like, you know how you do the cabbage? I forget how you do that one, but you do the cabbage, you do the Drano. I want to say it's baking soda. It's a baking soda one. I can do questions. So y'all let me know in the comment box below. Hey, let me know in the comment box below. Hey, let me know in the comment box below. Anyway, that is the end of this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below. Let me know what you thought about this video. Always remember to be encouraged to encourage someone else, because you never know what someone is going through. And I will see you guys in the next video.
Can you focus on me? Lazy or broke, I know we get this money, so I can't stop.